Okay folks, sorry about that. You should be seeing live coverage once again. We had more computer problems at our end. 14 minutes of racing to go here, and as you can see, we can see not Ross Rizzo, sorry. We'll bring this up and see exactly who we do have. We're still watching Blake Neck at the moment. So folks, if you want to keep in touch with us on RRTV, you can go and subscribe to our Facebook page, facebook.com/RRTV live, and if you'd prefer to watch this on Twitch, we do simulcast on iRacing and Twitch, and that's twitch.tv RRTV live. And then if you want to get in contact with us, subscribe to us on Twitter. That's twitter.com/RRTV live, and you'll be able to use Twitter to get in contact with us. If you're not on the chat room, you can send us a tweet and using the hashtag RRTV live. And of course, this great series is brought to you by our sponsors here, which is Selby Acoustics, selby.com.au, and Go Gamer Gloves. So if you're after a set of gloves, go and check them out. So looking at the weather out there at the moment, it's partly cloudy, 33 degrees Celsius on track, so it's not too hot, and I think it was clear earlier today, so it might have got a little bit cloudy this afternoon. As you can see, our race leader at the moment, Craig Edwards, back in that car, and this car had an interesting start today, folks. It basically was meant to start from pole position. I think it's this one, and maybe I'm wrong. No, I think I'm right. And they had to pit with one lap in, and to do some service on it, which dropped them right down. But of course, they climbed back up. It took them the first hour or so, maybe hour and a half, to catch the leaders. But ever since then, they've pretty much been out front. Okay, 9 minutes and 56 seconds of this race to go, and basically the field is quite strung out. We've got 15 cars still circulating, and we've had a number of retirements. So for those just joining us, we'll go through those retirements. Racing 2, they retired earlier today because they had hardware related issues. We saw that in the mid-race update, and they have since retired this afternoon. The 120 Razorback Races 1, they also retired earlier this morning, and so did Ryan Bodley in Extreme Racing 211. They did not get very far either. And of course, Evolution Racing Team did retire, but Blake's come out for the last 9 minutes just to finish the race off. See here Warren Pickering just rounding up the racing for GTE, just being super careful where he's going to make that move. To see the power of that HPD as he blasted through, and he's on his way. He's trying to hunt down the TD Racing entry, the 137 with Colin Schweck driving, and we'll get you a live gap now, and we'll see basically how close they are. So the gap is 18 seconds because the TD racing car had to come in for its final stop, so that's brought it down to 18 seconds. If we look at how they're circulating, the last lap, this car on your screen did a 1:44.850, and Warren Pickering did a 1:44.228 in the Redback Racing Team Black entry. So folks, we've done a hot lap now in a HPD, and we've done one in the Mercedes, I think it is. So let's go and do a lap in the whereabouts is he on track? We've got to find one that's about to start a lap, and we'll jump in. Okay, let's jump in with Brett Hender, and we'll do a lap around here in the Ferrari. So folks, that was a lap around Nurburgring Grand Prix with Brett Hender behind the wheel for Lone Wolf Sim Races 3. We've still got to do another lap around at some point in the next 4 minutes in the Ford GTE. I don't know if we've done a lap on that car yet, and that should pretty much cover the 4 types of cars running out here today. So if people are wondering why we've been having some issues with the stream, basically I've been going 1080p 60 frames per second. We're multi-streaming across Twitch, YouTube and Facebook, and looking at my CPU, it's running at 100%, and the GPU is running at 86%, and my memory is running at around about 65%. So it's just a matter of time until it has more problems, but hopefully we'll get to the end here. Okay, we're going to jump on board with Justin Alderton now in the Ford GTE, and you can just hear the difference in sound compared to that Ferrari. So folks, that was a lap around Nurburgring Grand Prix in the Ford GTE. Now, a question for everyone in the chat channel: which is your favourite sounding car? I personally think this sounds like a drunk blowfly, but we'll see what everyone thinks. A bit of a poll. Do you prefer the HPD, Mercedes, Ferrari or the Ford GTE? So with 1 minute to go, we have Craig Edwards here, Fusion Sim Racing, coming up into some traffic. Of course, he's up behind Phil Hobbs there in the Redback Racing Team Red. He's getting out of the way. You can also see the GTE. I think that's the class leader for the GTE. It is, and that's Patrick Smith, Matthew Patrick Smith, letting him through. So for everybody who's stuck with us today, thank you very much. I hope you're enjoying our coverage of the Selby Endurance Sports Car Championship. The field wasn't that big to start with, but we're down to 15 finishers, so we've only lost 3 today, so that's not too bad. We've got our first vote in, and that's for the Ferrari, so at the moment that's going to take the favourite unless someone else chips in, because at the moment we've had 1 vote. So we're following now our race leader, Class A leader, Craig Edwards, Fusion Sim Racing 145. This car's been pretty much out front most of the day, and they've done it with style. Fusion Sim Racing looks like picking up first in Class A, second in Class GT3 and third in Class GT3. As you can see now, Craig Edwards coming across the line for the last time tonight and takes the win here for round 7 at the Nurburgring Grand Prix. And Fusion Sim Racing has a lot to celebrate. You can see now TD Racing coming across second on the line, and Colin Schweck driving in that car. And then we'll see Warren Pickering coming home third for Team Redback Racing Black. And a good effort by them and their teammate Phil Hobbs in the Team Redback Racing Red comes home in fourth. Looking at Class B GTE now, we've got Matthew Patrick Smith will come home first in the Ferrari, and then Justin Alderton second. Third will be, as we can see them coming across the line now, will be Tim Ballinger driving the TD Racing 237, comes home third in that class. Looking at Class C, GT3 class, the winner of that class will be Ross Rizzo for Proforce Racing GTI. They've come across to take the checkered flag. Second is Andrew Gaines for Team Fusion Sim Racing. And then third will be their sister car, Fusion Sim Racing 348, with Robert Spicer driving. So it looks like the winner of the best sounding car with a total of 2 votes. No, it does not go to the Drunk Blowfly. It goes to the Ferrari for the best sounding car out there today. So you can take in that beautiful Italian stallion sound. Enjoy. So you can see Team Fusion Sim Racing out there celebrating their win in Class A and second and third in Class C. So they've formed up a nice formation there for Fusion Sim Racing to celebrate that. And just look at all the dust as they come past this part of the track. It's almost like rallycross out there. It's just, that's probably the dirtiest part of the circuit, and it's been rocks flying all over the place there. But congratulations to Fusion Sim Racing tonight, as well as TD Racing, Redback Racing, and of course Proforce Racing for winning Class GT3. And don't forget also Arm Racing. They came home, where did they come? Second in class, I think. So while the boys are all celebrating, let's go through the full results as Colin Schweck blows up the TD Racing car and see where your favourite team finished today. So Class A, as I said, goes to Craig Edwards, Fusion Sim Racing, followed by Colin Schweck, TD Racing 137 in second. Third is Warren Pickering, Redback Racing Team Black, followed by their sister car, Redback Racing Team Red. Home in fifth position. Boy, they're noisy, aren't they? that's better. 5th position, Geordie Pugh for Team VPR, followed by Neil de Bruin. LMTI 129 comes home in 6th. Proforce Racing Ferrari, they're the first home in Class GTE, followed by Justin Alderton in Arm Racing, comes home 2nd. 3rd in Class GTE is TD Racing 237. Tim Bellinger was driving that car, and then we have Brett Hender coming home in 4th in class, 10th outright. Eric Kaluga, he comes home 5th in class, 11th outright. First home in GT3 is Ross Rizzo, Proforce Racing GTI. Second in GT3 is Andrew Gaines, Fusion Sim Racing 347, followed by Robert Spicer driving the Fusion Sim Racing 348. And then we have our retirements. Ray Mayer, Arm Racing 2, retired. So did Ryan Bodley in Extreme Racing 211. Blake Neck, he came back out to finish, but about 135 laps down. Cohen Attard has also retired and finished 18th position. So folks, that pretty much ends our broadcast of the Selby Endurance Sports Car Championship. Hope you've enjoyed it tonight, and the field is a bit low, but hopefully you enjoyed the coverage anyway. If you like your Skip Barbers, come back tomorrow night and join us for the Skip Barber Monday Lights. We're getting a lot of European drivers coming down under to take it to the Australian, New Zealand drivers, which is proving to be quite a race, that's for sure. And of course it's the Australian Strength of Field race as well, and basically we're normally around about 2nd or 3rd in the world as far as Strength of Field races go. But until then folks, thanks for joining me tonight. Hope you all have a great evening, and we look forward to catching you again very shortly.